So you're thinking about moving to Little Elm, Texas, but you want a little bit more specifics on moving to Little Elm, Texas. You want to know the goods, the bads, the ins, the outs, the ups, the downs. You want to know what's really going on in Little Elm, Texas. Well, in this video, we're going to address those specifics and answer some of those questions for you. So sit tight, buckle up, because we're going to get moving to Little Elm, Texas right now.
Saludos y bienvenido a nuestro canal y a la ciudad de Little Elm, Texas. Hey, if this is your first time to this channel and you want to know everything there is to know about moving or living in Little Elm, Texas, or any of the surrounding cities like Plano, Prosper, McKinney, Allen, subscribe below, tap that notification bell so that you can be the first to know about the current market in Little Elm, Texas. Hey, my name's Marilyn. This is my husband, Mike. And we get calls every single day from people just like you who are looking to make a move or sell their home in Little Elm, Texas, and we absolutely love it. So, as we always say, whether you're moving in 9 days or in 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. All our information is in the description below. We'd love to help you make that smooth move to Little Elm, Texas.
So, where is Little Elm exactly? So, like I usually like to do on most of our videos, is I want to give you a bird's eye view of where Little Elm is. So we're going to jump into a map real quick and show you exactly where Little Elm is. So if you look here on the map, Little Elm is approximately 33 miles north of downtown Dallas. It's approximately 23 miles north of DFW Airport. If you look here, just down to the, it's like the southwest a little bit. We are on actually the northeastern shores of Lewisville Lake. So right up here in the corner, the border on the west of Little Elm is FM 720. On the east is FM 423. And really the northern border is Highway 380 or University, because we like to have two different names for some of our highways in the Texas area. All right, so if you refer back to the map that we just looked at, you can see that Little Elm, the lake, is the central focus of Little Elm. In fact, 66 miles of shoreline make up the town of Little Elm. So a lot of the communities that you will find in Little Elm are located around the lake or offer a lake view. So almost everywhere that you travel around Little Elm to any of these neighborhoods, you're going to have a scenic view of the lake or you're going to have access to the lake. So we're going to find that a lot of the activities around Little Elm will all be centered around lake activities. So some of the facts that you may want to know about Little Elm if you're considering moving out to here. Little Elm is the 64th largest city in Texas, and it's growing every year. The population in 2023 was about 60,000. The median age is 36.2, and 65.8% of the people own their home in Little Elm. Last year in 2023, or currently, the average household income is $111,471. So, gives you a little bit of idea, little facts about Little Elm if you're considering moving out to here.
So, you know, Mike, adding to all of that, all the statistics that you just gave, TxDOT, which is a platform that we use to, you know, get information on ratings of schools, crime and safety, neighborhoods, and things like that. They actually rate Little Elm as a C+ when it comes to crime and safety. So not quite sure, but that's the rating they have. And, you know, that may vary with other platforms. But as far as being the most diverse in suburbs, they rank it 38 out of 418 suburbs. When it comes to young professionals, they actually say that out of the 418, Little Elm is number 82, the best suburbs for young professionals to live in. And out of places to live in Texas, it's ranked 96 out of 1,032 most diverse places to live in Texas. So,
well, awesome. All right, so next we're going to talk real estate, since that's what we do, is we're in real estate. So Little Elm is mainly considered a residential community. There are businesses, but the majority of Little Elm is made up of residential real estate. So there are currently 160 active listings as of this video in the town of Little Elm. And I'm going to give you a specific breakdown on prices. But right now they range from about the high 190s to over $1 million. And here's the breakdown of those. So there's 3 that are in the 100,000s, 1 in 200,000, 27 in 300,000, 40 in 4, 41 in 5, 32 in 6, 8 in 7, 2 in 8, and 3 in the 900,000. And there's a handful that are over $1 million. The average sale price of all those homes is a little over $586,000, and the average close price in the past 90 days of all the homes in Little Elm was $474,297. So if you're looking in the price range of $300,000 to $700,000, then you may want to look in the Little Elm area, because there is some real estate that you can purchase.
All right, so now we're actually going to be talking about the schools. You know, with all this talk about real estate, if you're looking at a place to live, you really want to know, well, what kind of schools do they offer? What kind of, what do the schools offer for, families with children, right? And so Little Elm, Texas has 3 different independent school districts. That's Little Elm is the major one, and then Denton ISD, and actually Frisco ISD, depending on where you're at. So, as I said, depending on where you live, you're gonna be going to various different school districts. Now I'm gonna pull up a map here, and I'm gonna show you the outline, a rough outline of these 3 different school districts, okay? So on the map, the red outline, which is the biggest one that we have right here, that's Little Elm Independent School District. Now this blue outline right up here, as you get closer to US Highway 380, the blue outline, that's Denton Independent School District. And then if you go down here to 423, this little green outline, that is Little Elm, but it's Frisco Independent School District, and there are 2 schools within that area that go to Frisco ISD. So, please make sure that when you are looking to move to Little Elm, that you talk to your realtor, you find out, what schools are available in that specific area, what school district that you're going to be moving to. Now, TxDOT gives Denton ISD an A overall rating of an A, and they give them an A- for academics, an A for teachers, A for clubs and activities, A for diversity, A for college prep. Denton ISD in Little Elm has 3 elementary schools, 1 middle school, and 1 high school. Little Elm ISD, so TxDOT gives it an overall rating of B, and that's a B in academics, A for diversity, C- for teachers, B for clubs and activities. And Little Elm Independent School District has over 8,100 students within the PK, pre-kindergarten to the 12th grades. Their student-teacher ratio is 19:1, and they have currently 5 elementary schools, 2 middle schools, 1 high school, and 1 STEM academy.
All right, so you may want to know, how is Little Elm growing? Is there growth potential in Little Elm? And Little Elm is considered one of the fastest growing cities in the country right now. It has experienced tremendous growth over the past decade, not only from a residential point of view and a business point of view, but in fact, the Dallas Business Journal has said that Little Elm may be experiencing a population boom over the next decade that will basically double the residential population here, which means in the next decade, Little Elm could be built out to anywhere from 75 to 100,000 people for its population. So a lot of things happening around Little Elm. one of the major projects or biggest projects that's going to be going on right now is Wyndham Hotel Corporation is going to be building a new hotel in the lakefront district called The Elm. So that's very fitting that they would name the hotel The Elm in Little Elm. And so it's going to be a great addition to the lakefront district that has a lot going on right now that we're going to talk about in a little bit. But it's going to be a 4-story hotel. There's going to be 47,325 square foot of space within the hotel, 77 hotel rooms, meeting space, an outdoor pool, and a bar on the top of the hotel. So it's going to give you a great view to the lake, and that's one of the architectural designs that have made this hotel great, is the impressive view that it's going to give you of Lake Lewisville.
You know, another project that's just as big as the Elm by Wyndham is the Palladium Phase 2. And the Palladium Phase 2 is a multi-family development. It's going to be 2 buildings. Mm-hmm. They're going to have 32 units in the building with a sky bridge that is going to connect approximately 12,000 square feet of retail space on the ground level of Main Street in Little Elm. So it's going to be pretty impressive when you think of this lake community, right? Now they have a little urban metro living within their boundaries. And this is going to be an expansion to, the villages at the lakefront development. Little Elm has also come a long way. We've been talking about how much it's growing and the future plans of Little Elm. So, it really has come a long way when it comes to restaurant and dining experience. You can experience anywhere from Indian, Asian, Chinese, Italian, Greek, Mexican, Latin American, sushi. So many different types of cuisines are now available within the Little Elm city limits, which makes it really exciting for us because, we love to try different cuisines. But, some of their top rated restaurants in Little Elm, and you can find these on Google, is like the Curry District, Yum Asian Bistro, Mario's Mexican and Salvadorian restaurant. I've eaten there, several times. It's really, really great. They got some good margaritas too. Villa Grande Mexican restaurant, which is one of our favorite places to go. Crafts Pie Pizza Company, Little Greek Fresh Grill. And these are just some of a few of the restaurants that are just up and coming. There's a lot of, on Highway 380, you're gonna see now salads to go, which is, a great place. You drive through, you pick up a fresh salad. So
Velvet Taco.
Velvet Taco is another new one that just opened up. So there's a lot of different types of eateries and restaurants. Whether you want something a little bit more expensive or something on the go, you have plenty. Little Elm has plenty to offer. Just as Little Elm, their restaurant and dining experience has exploded, has changed with the growth in population. The need for shopping in Little Elm has also a need to grow. And that's one of the areas that I think it lacks. So if we were talking pros and cons, that may be a small con there because you don't have any big ticket items like clothing, apparel, furniture, huge stores like you would in Frisco or in Prosper or even in Denton. The kind of retail you're going to find in Little Elm are probably more service type businesses, local businesses, restaurants, that kind of business. So if you want any major shopping, you're either going to have to go probably about 30 minutes to the east, which is going to be the gates of Prosper, or you're probably going to go 30 minutes to the west, which is going to be over in Denton, and they have some major shopping over there. But at least Little Elm still has like Walmart, Kroger, you can have a Home Depot, a Lowe's close around, Hobby Lobby. But that is one of the areas that, you're going to find that it's going to be lacking in.
Right. So let's talk traffic, right? Everywhere you go in the Metroplex now, you're going to experience traffic. And Little Elm is no exception. And Little Elm is bordered on the north by US Highway 380. And that's the main corridor running from west to east or east to west, whichever direction you're going. And that's a very hot topic now, is traffic in and around the Little Elm area, leading from Denton to Little Elm to Frisco.
It's a lot of traffic.
It's a lot of traffic. Right?
So with this growth that Little Elm has experienced, as Mike said, traffic is horrific on Highway 380, and you can talk to any resident that lives in the North Dallas Metroplex, and they tell you stay away from Highway 380. Right. And right now, the Texas Department of Transportation, they have they're in the process. They're undergoing a 3-year plan, and it's already in place. For US Highway 380, and it's going to be a 10-mile stretch.
Wow, great.
So from Collin County to Denton County, they're expanding it from 4 lanes to 6 lanes, and they're also implementing 5 major flyovers over 5 major intersections to help commuters bypass these major lights, because I think that's the biggest congestion when you're on Highway 380 and there's a light, you got to stop. So these are flyovers that they're going to be, putting over 5 major intersections, and I believe they did that over in Prosper by the Dallas North Tollway and the
Preston Road and Dallas North Tollway.
And it really makes a world of difference. But this is not projected to be completed until the year 2025. But hey, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and at least this is progress where they're moving forward and trying to eliminate, a big headache, which is the traffic in Texas.
Yeah. All right, so what is there to do around Little Elm? Little Elm calls itself the town with the lake attitude. In this beautiful lakeside community, you will find that the majority of the fun things to do are going to revolve around the lake. And if it's in the middle of summer and it's hot in Texas, then you want to be around where all the water is. So in the older part of Little Elm, around 720 and El Dorado Parkway, you're going to find one of the most popular spots in Little Elm, and that's the Little Elm Beach and Park. And we've spent a lot of time around that part of town when it does get hot, because there's a lot to do there. We'll take the dogs down there for a walk. They have some great hiking trails that you can go to the edges of the lake and take the dog swimming. Our dog loves to jump in the water down there, and you can take nice walks around the lake. So they have soccer fields, they have kayaking, there's volleyball courts. You can go paddle boarding. There's barbecue grills, outside barbecue grills. There's a covered area with barbecue grills in it as well. There's a kids area, a playground area. So there's a lot to do there. In fact, we put out a video on Little Elm, so you'll have to check that out here, and you'll get a little more insight on some of the real estate that's available around Little Elm as well. And if you want to walk a couple blocks down from the Little Elm Park, you'll find the Hydros Wakeboard Park. And this is really a great place if you're into wakeboarding and you don't want to get out on the lake. This is a cable wakeboard facility. So there's overhead cables and pulley system that will pull you around a 5-acre park, and it'll pull multiple riders at the same time. And what they do is they specialize in teaching beginners and people that have been wakeboarding for a while how to wakeboard.
So if you don't want to spend time outside and you don't want to be in the outdoors, then the Tin Man Social is one of Little Elm's newest venues for entertainment that they've added in downtown Little Elm. And it is a social club. You can do private events in there. They have a restaurant. You can order drinks. They have a bar, a couple of bars in there. They have a bowling alley, bocce ball, foosball, cornhole throw. They have an Arcadia, ping pong tables, and they also have bowling. So it's a great place for you to, go and hang out, either, with a group of friends, family. but it really has indoor and outdoor. So the bocce ball is indoor, and they also have, you know, an outdoor one as well. So
right.
And they also have a really cool. They have fire pits.
Yeah,
that
they have
you
a
can,
fire pit
you know, you
area
can go
outside,
out there and you know, the cool evenings and just hang out. So it's a great place, a Tin Man Social. Check it out.
Yeah. So if you want to get out onto the lake here in Little Elm, you can visit the Cottonwood Creek Marina. Now, they do have boat slips that if you do own a boat and you want to put your boat in there for storage, you can leave it there. If you want to access their boat ramps for the day, you can do that as well. And they have a daily charge, or you can buy a seasonal pass to put your boat into the water. If you want to rent a boat, you can do that at the Cottonwood Creek Marina. They have speedboats and pontoon boats that you can rent on a daily basis. And it's located right next to a 160-acre Cottonwood Park. So you can go down there, have a picnic for the day, enjoy Cottonwood Park. Your boat rental, you know, jump over onto the boat rental area and enjoy a day out on the lake. And you'll have a great time enjoying all the water here in Little Elm.
Well, guys, thanks for sticking around. And leave a comment down below if you want more information on Little Elm, or actually any of the Dallas, Texas suburbs. You know, let us know. And as we always say, if you are looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. All our information is in the description below. We'd love to help you make a smooth move anywhere in the Dallas, Texas Metroplex. Until then, we hope to show you around the next time.